Hello and welcome to Pantheon Talks. My name is Apollo, and today I'm joined by the king of salt himself, Poseidon, and the girl who's obsessed with Bloo, Bloo. Welcome, y'all.
You're very peppy today. Hi.
Hello.
Today we will discuss our Webtoon recommendations for this month. Let's get started. So, Bloo, would you tell us what series you enjoyed for the month?
So, for this month, I am doing a Webtoon canvas, which is called Villainess for Hire. This was actually a recommendation from you.
It was. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I did. I was surprised. Well, I wasn't really surprised because
Listen, when I saw the art style, I was just like, this is Bloo, hands down. She will be obsessed.
Yes, I was obsessed. Like I actually caught up. I have to read the next episode that was just posted. But yeah, it was a good read.
I liked it for other reasons, but we'll see if our reasoning aligns.
Okay. So I'm gonna read the summary. And it says, need someone to blame for your troubles? Hire a villainess today. I'm finna butcher her name. Rosala. Rosala.
Okay, first
Rosalia.
of all, I feel bad because I'm going to butcher names in mine. So
Rosalia?
Is it Rosalia?
Yeah,
Looks
I
like
think
it.
it's Rosalia too.
I like that. Rosalia sounds very pretty. Rosalia is a villainess by profession in the capital city of Israel.
Erizia?
Erizia. Maybe.
Erizia?
Maybe. Erizia. Working under the secret alias Lady R. While she's great at her job, she knows she's in a dangerous field and worries about her finances and future. One day, she receives a lucrative job offer she can't refuse, but she comes to realize it will take more than just villainy to survive. Updates bi-weekly on Mondays.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. I will say to whoever was listening, just go read it because we butchered that.
We did.
A villainess for hire.
Yes.
You wouldn't expect that from the name.
She is really she's a villainess. If you have a problem, like if you want to get out of a relationship, because I believe the first instance we see her, she pretends to be the lover of somebody that is trying to get out of a relationship. And then
not for a good reason, right?
No, I think it was he just didn't want to be with his girlfriend anymore. And then he just hired her to be his new lover. And
there are easier ways to break up with people.
But this is like medieval times, or not medieval, Victorian.
It's Victorian, I think.
Yeah. So, like really, you're in an arranged relationship type thing. I'm assuming. Like, I didn't read enough of it.
But they're basically he was dirty. He was a dirty pig. He was wrong. It was very hurtful. It hurt my heart, but it was good. Good hurt.
So how does the villainess come into this?
She just walks up into a situation and she introduces herself.
Oh my good grief. I feel like you're not setting it up right.
Well, set it up for me.
No, so basically, he's kind of breaking up with her, and then she just like he hints that there's a reasoning behind it, and then she has like a grand entrance and everything. Like it wasn't just like they're walking down the street and she shows up and it's like, that's my man. Like it was all staged.
Okay, yes, it was staged. It was great, actually.
Oh, that was harsh. Can't you see? Marcus never loved you.
Exactly. She has to be a villainess.
But see, the good thing about it is, honestly, what attracted me to the series was I was like, what would a villain even do? Like, how does that work? And then after reading it, I was like, yes, that is my profession that I want in the future. She's actually being the villainess so that people can actually end up in happily ever after. So her reasoning partly behind it, from what I understood, was basically like this girl who is with this crap dude. She's like, I freed you from this crap man. Go live your life now. You won't be bound by him.
But pay me my money.
Right. Well, she's getting her money.
She's getting the money from the dude, no?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And don't double cross her, because I still don't know who that lady is.
She'll get over this piece of trash in no time.
I love her.
This actually looks interesting. Thank you, Apollo, for the explanation on Blue's recommendation.
I told you he recommended it
I
for
don't know
me.
what it is about you explaining series sometimes. It's just like you skip some crucial parts in the description.
You know what?
Oh.
I think it's more of me trying not to give away spoilery stuff because y'all know I'm horrible with
That's why we
spoilers.
try to stick to the first 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
you should have
yeah.
told me before I binged it.
I meant for our recommendation, we're sticking to the first 3. You can read as much as you like.
Like, I get so excited about it, and then it's
Oh.
just like I'm 10. Well, this one only at the time had 8 episodes. It has 9 now, but I binged it, and now I'm trying not to spoil stuff and hop around.
I
You
really
know
want to
how-
read episode 2.
Have you been reading while we've been talking?
Has been reading.
Oh, I get grief.
I
Yes, what's the
have.
next episode?
Oh, I'm not on my phone. I have to click the button. That is
Yeah.
inconvenient. Where's the button?
You keep passing it. You
I
passed
think
it. Like,
it's right there.
yeah, click on
Wait, no,
that.
that's my. Yeah, there it is.
Did I read the prologue? Doesn't matter.
There was a prologue.
Wait, that was that first screen. What was in the
Oh, this is funny right here. She's like, based on the weight, you're short. Like, now that's a talent right there. Like,
It is.
money in my hand, and I can tell how much is there by the weight.
Money is your business. You have to know.
I mean, I feel like I've worked in a job where I've handled money a lot, and it didn't help me to learn like how much a stack of 100s is. That didn't come out right.
But she has coins though. She know how heavy them coins supposed
I
to be.
guess so. I mean, I guess if there's
Oh, snap.
Right.
Oh, it's getting juicy. Oh,
Yeah.
snap.
And this is where the real villainess comes out. Like,
Mhm.
you try and cross me.
What were you?
forget
I'm
a
curious.
villain.
What will your proud mother think of your social activities? Oh man, look at her.
She is
Lay
what?
him out. Lay him
She's
out.
that type of villainess.
Yeah.
She is though. Some random person has a broom.
Yeah, she's totally, I have henchmen type of villainess. Like,
Right.
sit in my castle.
I have
and
to
do-
read this.
You have to read it.
And I love how he just like throws the money out as he escapes. He's like, oh, never mind. Here's your money.
Right.
I tell everyone I know. Clearly, you don't want that to happen.
So what else did you like about this?
Well, I love the artwork, and I love Lady R. I really like her. I love her villainous. What villainous?
Persona?
Villain? Yeah. I love that, and I love.
was a wig.
I love
I
seeing
forgot.
that as you scrolled by. You were like, wait, scroll back up.
I'm sorry, Blue. Go ahead.
No, I'm just happy you're enjoying it.
Yeah, no, seeing her like her full design as a character, I think you can really see how much she pops.
Yes.
She already had a larger than life personality, and then like her fiery hair and the green eyes, it just works.
Yes, it does.
She really
Just-
pops on the page.
Oh, she has an
She
Alfred.
does.
She does.
She does. Yes. I love her, Alfred. That's not her name. I wonder what's her name.
I think I skipped over it.
I'm gonna need y'all to start taking notes when y'all are reading these things. Watch me not know someone's name later on.
Oh, I don't know the names of anyone in my recommendation. Did you have any last words, Blue?
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Oh, after I just sat here and read it.
Yeah,
Right.
we're 2 episodes. Didn't even engage in the conversation, but that's fine. We enjoyed seeing your reactions.
It's good from what I've read in this short amount of time.
Y'all, he is trying to speed read through episode 2 before we move on.
And I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you pesky kids.
But no, Blue, completely agreed. This is my future occupation. So like if you need a villain for hire, I got you. Although I feel like I would use proxies and not use myself, just because like I would be the person who would get like shanked in the street.
So you're going to be a madam or a sir?
Are there sirs? Is that an occupation? Yeah, I'll be the first sir.
That's just a thug at this point, ain't it?
No, that is not. See, a sir is refined. Are thugs refined? All right, Blue. So
Villainess for hire.
that was a very fun series. We look forward to hearing your thoughts on it later, Poseidon.
Definitely.
Thank you so much, Blue. We will definitely check out Villainess for Hire. Next, I think I'm going to take this round, and the series that I picked is Shelter. Before we dive deep into it, let's read the summary. Behind closed doors, Ruka's life is an unforgiving hell with his cruel, abusive uncle. With no way out, his closest friend offers an immersive virtual reality world as an escape and reprieve from the daily torture. Will VR prove to be a new safe haven or just another hell? Psychological drama, supernatural, mystery. Disclaimer includes sensitive topics such as various forms of abuse that may be upsetting to some readers. Discretion is highly advised. So with that in mind, this series, take the disclaimer for what it is. It is very graphic.
It's telling you like it wants you to know.
Yeah,
I did not take the warning.
We didn't.
Yeah, like be mentally prepared to enter this series.
A lot of things say that they have trigger warnings. This one, legit trigger warning.
Yeah, but with all of that being said, in my opinion, this is literally the best series on Webtoons. It's better than any of the other originals or Webtoon Canvas series I've read. I love it. And one of the big reasons that I really enjoy the series is because the theme of the story is extremely powerful. When we look at a situation from the outside, everything can look perfectly normal to us. Thinking about things that happen behind closed doors is often something that the average person doesn't consider. We just take things at face value. But those perfectly normal situations often end up being some of the darkest situations. And it's just masked by a sweet facade. And that's pretty much what we find our main character in on the outside towards everyone. His situation looks perfectly fine, but it is anything but that. And when you get into the first 3 episodes, you can really see that his life is terrible. And so it's a really interesting contrast when you think about his life and how dark it is, how he is literally one of the kindest, sweetest persons in any story. Like, he is the epitome of that sweet character trope. Like, sweet as pie, sweet as like any type of sweet you can think of.
Born with sugar in his veins.
Yes. Like, you think of that Powerpuff Girl thing, they just poured sugar in and nothing else. Like, it was
sugar and everything sugar.
Yes. So he's definitely best boy of the series. And a thing that's kind of interesting about that is often when you have these overly sweet characters, eventually it kind of makes a character fall flat. Like, you think about characters where their only aspect of their personality is kindness. But with Ruka, we get an explanation for why he's so kind. And I think that has like such an important bearing on the story, that despite him being in this terrible situation, he is the embodiment of kindness. Like, other people who are getting hurt or who are dealing with difficult situations, he's often putting them first over himself. And it's just a really powerful concept when you think about like the selfishness that we all face in the world. But I'm going to skip some of the themes. I guess just read those if you really want to get deep into it. But a fun aspect of the story is in the summary, it mentions how he wants to start escaping into the virtual world. And what was kind of fun about that was this was probably one of the first times I really started to understand why people love video games so much, is the fact that it's really just an escapism, like escaping from society, escaping from your problems, just to like have fun and beat up some monsters. Like you're
and
just
relate.
You can't, or you can
relate.
So a fun aspect of the story is when he logs in to start this new virtual world, is he has to fill out this random questionnaire, which is actually important to the story. And it has tons and tons of questions that he has to answer. And what it's going to do is, based off of your answers, create your avatar. So you don't really have any control over it. It basically constructs your avatar all on its own. And so what it does is it combines the human elements of you with an animal element. And so I'm going to pause right there. But what do you guys think y'all's animals would be? Like, if you entered into this virtual world?
That is hard to say. Maybe an eagle or a lion.
An eagle and a lion, both symbols of power. Interesting.
Well, I mean, I have an issue with animals, so I'm gonna let y'all pick.
You're in your constant denial of not.
I know. I am.
Like, I don't even know what animal you would be, to be honest. Like, are there animals that are afraid of themselves? Like,
if you believe myths, groundhog. Scared of their own shadows.
Oh, maybe you would be a turtle. You would just retreat into yourself.
You would be a turtle.
Bloo, the cute turtle.
Am I a turtle? Are you making short jokes?
Are you short?
Turtles aren't technically
relatively
short.
tall.
I'm not tall.
Clearly, I live in some sort of fantasy world. I didn't know how old you were last time. I don't know how tall you are. Like,
I am not tall. I barely. Am I average? No. No.
Yes, you are at average height.
I'm an average height. Average height short.
Average height short. Okay, I'm gonna move on. So I don't know. So I was thinking about it, and I think that I would be a bat. Like, I'm not a nocturnal person.
A bat?
Yeah.
A bat?
Like, if I was being honest, like, I think I would be a bat. Yeah, because they ignore some of their senses. And I feel like I often find myself like, well, not ignored. They don't have some of their senses. So I feel like I would resonate with that, because a lot of times through my daily life, I kind of like turn off other senses to do things. So I feel like that would resonate. And like, I'm lazy and I like to wrap myself in a cocoon type thing.
That's a sloth.
Well, see, my issue with sloths is they let mold grow on them. I would never do that. Like, a sloth would be the ideal animal, but the mold thing is just a non-start. So I'll say sloth or bat. So anyway, getting back to Ruka, basically what happens during his character creation is it corrupts it, and he ends up becoming like this hybrid creature, kind of like a kitsune mixed with a reindeer, maybe? Like, I don't know what other symbols for the horns that they could be, but it's just like a combination of a bunch of things. And then this random weird yokai monster appears and is basically like changes his entire life. Essentially, you could think of the concepts from Bleach, where Ichigo has that inner hollow inside of him. And so with Ruka, it's kind of the same concept. He's constantly battling this entity within him that's trying to force him to do things that goes against his normal nature. Like, the entity inside of him is like, yes, just kill all the people and be done with it. They deserve it. But he's like, no, I can't do that because I'm a good person. And so it's a nice little battle between the two of them. It's really interesting.
I feel like this webtoon is just gonna take us through the ringer.
Oh yeah,
I'm already tired.
Right? Like
you were hooking me with like the fantasy becoming the creature, and just like we're trying to drag you in the way against your nature.
Well, I mean, the entity, so the creature in of itself doesn't experience emotion the way humans do. And so it's kind of living vicariously. And when it sees things, it's like, I feel like it kind of runs off logic. It's like, this is your problem, eliminate it, and then we can move on.
Don't solve it, eliminate it. Okay.
But the thing is so cute. It does cute things all of the time. Like it'll be sitting there eating ice cream, and then it's like, kill him. And I'm like, but you're eating your ice cream cone.
Sounds very interesting.
It does.
So anyway, Shelter is a masterpiece. Please read it. Yes. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Like, what medium is this?
Right. Yes, Sheltered is a masterpiece. Please read it. And I would definitely recommend this series to anyone if they can stomach the warning that was given. All right, so let's move on to our next series. Poe, what you got for us?
Well, this time I have Soul Invictus. What is it called? The description reads as this. Adremalech is reborn as the daughter of the sun god. She's tasked with retrieving and absorbing 12 shards, each one being part of an ancient evil. Her reward, becoming a full-fledged deity. However, she knows she's being lied to and will be killed by the people she loves and trusts the most. This, almost called it an anime, this webtoon, what drew me to it is definitely the characters. It's rare that the art or the just characters in general will keep me reading a series, but I'm reading the series to see what new characters they throw my way. The main character, she's so cute, and all of the people that I've been introduced to so far in the story are either beautiful, cute, or just words that I never thought that I would just say when talking about a webtoon, because I typically don't care. These aren't things that I typically am drawn to. I like nice looking characters, okay, but these are definitely up there. For some reason, all of the male characters are huge and buff, but the bunnies, there are a lot of bunnies that I've seen, but they're all wonderful to look at. Just wonderful. I'm here for the eye candy.
Final Fantasy.
It is very Final Fantasy. That is probably why I like it.
Yes, probably.
It is very Final Fantasy. It's a lot of symbolism in this one. And it's very majestic in the way that they're drawn. Each one looks regal, and they all look as though they are speaking or doing things with a purpose, except for our main character, who is she's been isekai'd.
What's the isekai?
Isekai is a genre of anime as far as I'm concerned, but it refers to when when Truck-kun comes and takes a person.
Or Knife-kun.
What's a Truck-kun?
Truck-kun. Basically, when a person dies, they are they
Low-kun, whatever can kill you.
Whatever can kill you.
Oh.
That's not true. Like, I felt like you believed that.
But it refers to when a character dies and are reincarnated. A goddess or god of that world comes and gives them an opportunity to live again using their knowledge from their previous life in their world. And typically it's from a version of our world where everything is normal, where we have all these stories, video games, and all this literature with fantastical stories. And they are able to bring that knowledge over into the new world of fantasy, where a lot of the things they take for granted, I guess, the magic and all the other things that they have. But she's been isekai'd with the knowledge of her previous life. And basically, Soul Invictus is, did I say that right? Yes, Soul Invictus is the name of the video game that she had played at one point during her life. Unfortunately for her, she was not a story goer. She skipped through it all, and she has been incarnated as one of the characters that ends up getting killed by their family. And she wants to avoid this outcome, but doesn't remember how.
Just saying, that's the way you should play all games. Just skip.
No. You should read the story.
I think you missed. You gotta read the story.
Please read the story.
No, just go on The monsters. That's what I'm here for.
Well, see, I come from a Final Fantasy 14 background, and their story is very important. And if you missed the story, you've missed a lot.
I'm here for a slaughtering time, not for a reading time. Like,
even if you just listen to the voice cutscenes in that one, it'll get you by. But no, the whole premise of just sticking to the first episode, because there's a lot in the first episode that happens, that goes on. They tell you a lot. And just sticking to that, you end up with, I don't remember her name, but the main character and her father, who seem like total opposite. She's all happy-go-lucky and nice and just excited because she's a little girl. She's like excited about everything. And the dad is very stoic, very one tone. He looks at her almost like he just wants to kill her. But wait, like he's a loving father, huh?
That's her dad?
This is her dad, yes.
Okay, I've been so confused this whole time because I thought that the character that she was sparring with in the beginning was her dad.
That's what I thought too.
Well, okay, this is her adoptive father, because it begins with saying that he doesn't know about raising a child that isn't his own. So this is her adoptive father.
Okay.
Is he in the game?
Yes, no, everyone else is part of the game. She's the only one. She's technically part of the game, but she has her memories of her previous life.
Oh, okay.
It starts off with him saying that he doesn't know if he can raise a child that's not his own, but then later, after seeing her and she being all cute, he's like, maybe I can tolerate you. Mm-hmm. Like it's a nice dynamic.
Was he a tsundere?
Pretty much, he's a tsundere.
What's a tsundere?
Tsundere. It's a person that's all tough as nails on the outside, but very soft on the inside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you sure you watch anime? Like, I feel like you've been watching for years. You've never heard any of these terms?
No. Do they say it in English?
Yes.
I don't know if they actively say them. Like, I don't know if they just go around calling people that.
Usually it's like once or twice. The only reason that it's so prevalent in my mind is because of Psyche K. Like, there's a whole few episodes about his grandpa being tsundere.
Is that the first season?
I don't remember.
I didn't watch the other ones because it wasn't dubbed.
Oh, okay.
There actually is a season after.
No, that one is in English, actually.
So there's that. So go back and look.
So I have to skip season 2.
Maybe go back and dub it. That is not that's not what we're talking about.
So going back to the story.
Back to the story, you get these cute moments of her like, "Daddy, it's me," and like he had asked to see her, and he's looking at her all seriously, looking down, and it's just like, "Do you want to watch cartoons on my tablet?" And she's just beaming, and it's cute. It's really cute. The characters are beautiful. And I enjoyed it for the nice looking characters.
See that the characters are awesome though.
They are.
They're designed so well and distinctive.
They are very distinctive. You definitely I keep trying to scroll all the way down. Like I'm on my phone reading Webtoon. But then you get introduced to more, like in episode 2, you get introduced to more bunny girls. It's definitely, actually, I think that's a dude.
I think that's a dude. That's a dude. That's a bunny dude.
She's a bunny girl.
Yeah, she is.
Maybe.
These are some cool looking characters.
Are pretty though.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's put to, ooh, wow, words can't do those. It's put together really well. Really well. Mm-hmm. Like it was a joy to read through.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, I'm still thinking about Truck-kun. I'm definitely like, we just need to make a story that's about like how people get isekai, and it's an anthology. So every episode is like a monster of the week and it just ends. And so the whole objective is to figure out what's going to kill the person and transport them to another world. Like that is the ultimate story. Hands down, I need to write it down and we need to produce something.
That would be hilarious.
Yes.
Candlestick-kun killed you. You've now been isekai. Like, I'm here for it.
Oh, man.
Add it to the long list.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
But that is Soul Invictus. It's a really nice series. The art is beautiful. The story is nice. It is worth looking at just for the pretty people.
Yeah. If you're trying to study character design, just come here.
Yeah, the characters are really good and each one is distinct. It reminds me a lot of not like one for one, but it reminds me a lot of the shaped language in say Disney or almost had it on my tongue.
Overwatch.
Yes, Overwatch, thank you. Or Overwatch, where you could look at the characters and know who they are without having to see any features. Like their silhouettes tell you who they are.
Yeah.
Has very good shape language.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, thank you, Poe. We appreciate your suggestion for this month. And if you're interested in checking out this series, please do. All right, so we've now made it to our final suggestion, which is one of our amazing followers over on Instagram, Cy Artley. Their series is a Ries. So let's look at the description. A story about twins suddenly born with the memories of only a single parent each. The father's memories manifested in the son, while the mother's were manifested within the daughter. The two twins now thrust into a new reality with only a banner their parents once held. Seek out two separate paths to honor their parents that created them. Where the parents have finished legacy now passed on to their children will soon meet its grand conclusion. Updates every Sunday, 10 p.m. So when I originally looked at this series, I was kind of shocked just in the sheer quality of it. It definitely just looks like a Webtoon original. Like from the very beginning opening panel, you see the male lead, and then it transitions into the sister, the female lead, and it's amazing. Like I need this as a print. It's so good. And the quality is just that high throughout the entire series. Like the art is just so good. So the series in of itself is really just like an action adventure. It's jam-packed full of action. So I think once you get past the first few kind of opening scenes, it's just nonstop battle, which I guess if you're a fan of action, you would just love it completely, hands down. It's done in a way where all of the actions are really clear, but all of the panels are very distinctive and different, where it's still a lot of fun to read, even when like a episode of a battle goes on for a few episodes, if that makes sense. Like it's just it's a fun time. One of the key elements I thought was really interesting was they put a lot of effort in trying to make every character distinctive. Like the main male protagonist, the closest personality I could kind of think of would be like a Natsu type. He's very happy-go-lucky, but he's also super strong, and I guess he knows he's strong. Like he has that air of confidence about himself, but he doesn't take himself too seriously, and you can just tell that he's going to be kind of like the heart of the series, the one where all of the characters kind of rally around him. And then we go to his sister, and she's just a beast. Like makes me think of the chick from Black Clover from the Flame family, and I still did not look up
Lioness. Hold up, I'm gonna look it up.
Yes, the Lioness. Like I want to say Mara Leona, whatever her name is, and literally she has a scene. His character, she has a scene where she does the whole, oh, it's just you, go ahead and bring your army so I can defeat all of them. Like like I love her. Like I love me a tough chick that can back it up. Like I don't like female characters that end up being useless. So I
Please
think
allow me to butcher her name. Mario Leona.
I do it. Mary Leona.
Wait. What was that, Blue?
Mary Leona. Yeah.
Mario
Leona.
What you said, I think is more complicated. Marilolala.
But that's
Mario
what it
Leona.
is.
When they say it, it just rolls off the tongue.
They do. Like, I wonder if they like sit in the mirror and practice that over and over again.
Mary Leona.
No, the first one is the best one, Blue. Like it was like another language from you. Anyway, basically don't mess with her for fear that she will just destroy you. And yes, so like scenes like that, they're just completely beautiful. Like the lighting is beautiful. Everything about like his illustrative style is just amazing. I really like it. A fun thing, though, that kind of stood out to me in the series was when we get to his sister's first battle, she's going against what they call librarians. So that's like a special class in this world. And the librarian's power was like instant or something. I can't remember what it was called specifically, but the concept behind it was cool. Basically, she has a photographic memory. And so anything she sees, she can instantly like alter it. So like if you knock something over and she happened to see the way it looked, she could basically rewind it back to the way it was. So that was a really fun concept, just in the fact that they used like one word and took it to really expand upon what the power could be. Because I thought it was just going to be like a speed ability, but no, it was actually linked to her mental side of things. So that was really cool. And then the other concept that stood out to me was the fact that they were born one day ago. And so they're basically like full adult humans. And yet they have like all of this knowledge and stuff, and they have a bunch of ways of interacting to me that seem advanced for someone just entering into society. So I can't wait to see more of that explained, like how it just cohesively goes together like that. It's just been really fun.
It looks like an
The
original.
art is beautiful. Like that's the one thing that I've noticed from this. All of the art is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it should be picked up.
It should.
Mm-hmm.
Like pretty much all of the art could basically just be art prints. Like
they could. They made these as art prints and decided to throw them into a story and somehow made it cohesive.
Yes, basically. So there's a lot of questions in the series. It sets up a lot of mystery. So I'm super interested to get some answers, especially about our main characters. But other than that, I just look forward to seeing more cool battles and interesting power concepts.
The one thing that has me interested is this concept of having the parents' memories. I want to know what the purpose of that is. Why do they have the parents' memories? Where are the parents? Did the parents have to die to pass on their memories? That kind of thing.
I have like theories on it just from what I've read, which I mean, I haven't read that much, but I kind of in the realm of like eventually they're going to like turn into their parents, not necessarily like verbatim, but like it's kind of like they're falling into the role of what their parents were. Essentially, what would you call that? Like a conduit? Is that what it would be? Like basically, they're like vessels of their power.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like a vessel for their power. And essentially, you know, if they have all their power, they're basically them. Like it's
sad.
Yeah.
Lose your individuality.
Yeah. So
I hope that's not it.
And especially if they have like creation abilities, it's kind of like, okay, so we created these creatures yesterday. We implanted all of our memories into them. Basically, they're us now. And it's just interesting how different their personalities are too. Like they have fully formed personalities.
So maybe they aren't necessarily not siblings, but children as in biological, but they were created kind of children. Yeah.
Unless like their species like grows up in one day.
That too.
Yeah.
And then as they grow up, kill the parents.
Yeah, it's like oh no, that's not, I was about to say like a Black Widow, but no, she only kills the husband. Yeah, like the Black Widow, but with their children. So yeah, no, it's super cool. That's pretty much a Ries. It's basically your typical, I would say, shonen-esque type anime, manga, and webtoon.
Webtoon. You just keep throwing them out till you get the right one.
Right, that until one sticks. So definitely check out a Ries and be sure to follow Sci Art on Instagram. They're amazing. Thank you so much for supporting us.
Thank you.
Sorry about butchering your name.
And so that's a wrap for our monthly recommendations. If there was any series that interests you this month, please leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, leave us a like, a comment, and most definitely ring the bell. Be sure to follow us on all our social medias, link in the description. We are particularly active on Instagram, so if you want to chat with us, then feel free to pop on by. All right, we'll catch you in the next video.
They can't see you.
They can't see me.
Bye. We were both waving, actually. Cue music.
I really hope the music's playing by now. I can't find the stop record button though. Maybe I'll stop sharing.
Nope, still recording.